Hello viewers, my name's Alex, and if you don't know what this title screen is, it's for a little game called Dragon Age Inquisition. This game came out towards the end-ish of November of this year, so November 2014. As you can see by the continue button on my title screen, I've already played this game. So what are we here today for? Well, I've played this game a number of times now. About 3 total, to be exact. Beaten each one. Very lengthy games. I would like to record another one and put it up on YouTube. And so I've given myself a few stipulations for recording. First of all, I'm going to play my ideal character. So it's going to be the first character that I've played, but like with things changed. So number one, obviously, I know what choices are coming. So I'm going to make made a few alterations. I'm going to make a few different choices along the way to get sort of an ideal state for, theoretically, Dragon Age 4. And this character is going to be the race and the class that I like. So that's what happens in this new game, by the way. I just figured we get started because I sit and talk forever. It's going to take a while. So, like I said, my ideal character is going to be the race and class that I like, which for me is male and elf, and a mage. Yeah, mage. And then the other aspect of this to make it interesting, I'm putting this game on Nightmare. This is the hardest difficulty. I have now beaten the game on hard, so I'm not going to be suddenly bumping up to something I have no idea what I'm doing. I've also played as this particular character before, and I intend to use a very similar character build as the mage I played my first game with. But we're going to make some different choices, play things sort of an interesting way, and yeah, that's sort of it. I'm not going to really say a lot. Also, I guess the other thing, it's going to be a very completionist playthrough, so there's actually a bunch of things that I've never done in this game thus far in either playthroughs. Like, I've seen them, they're mostly side quest things, and I've just sort of ignored some of them. At first, just because I was interested in the story, but then it became the distinct purpose of I was going to save these things for a playthrough to record. So it's going to be very completionist, very difficult, but very ideal in what I like, in my opinion, to be. The character's appearance, as I customize them, is going to look like me. And we're importing a world state from Dragon Age Keep. That is my ideal choices from the first 2 games. So successful, radical, and the thing to note, so I know what all of my choices are going to be already. I already know what happened with this game, and I know what all of my choices in the previous 2 games were. You guys likely do not. I'm going to keep it that way. Things are going to be surprising for you, hopefully. You'll see something that you find interesting, or enjoyable, or at least entertaining. That's sort of my goal here. Obviously, I'm going to do my best to be a little cheeky, and maybe actually I don't know what's coming up some of the time, a lot of the time. But going forward, I, will prepare myself in advance for certain things. And you may hear me say why, or you may hear me say, not tell you why I'm doing certain things. Or I might do things off camera to sort of prepare. But overall, this is mostly going to be a pretty lengthy completionist playthrough. There's only like 1 or 2 things that I'm not going to be completionist about, for very specific reasons. And those I'll address when we get to them, because they don't really matter right now. What matters right now, is creating the perfect character. Character customization is very much fun in pretty much any game that offers it. I think games should just sell character creation software. That's cool. And this game's a particularly good one. I'm running it on medium, a range of settings. I'm on PC, obviously. My settings range from low, medium to high. There's not really any thing. The game looks relatively pretty, but I had to keep it on lower-ish settings in order to maintain frame rate while I'm recording. So this this character, end state, is going to look sort of similar to me, so we're going to start out with the face that I think looks kind of closest to me. I think this one's a good start, so let's go to customize. So that's a decent starting point for me, actually. Into face shape. Okay, definitely not that. That was sort of the starting one. Not that. That's a little bit too thick jawed. That's a little too pudgy. A little too long. A little too so yeah, this one was actually probably the closest to my actual face shape. Skin tone, I'm pale. I can admit it. Probably that pale. Not like Ghost, but yeah, this or yeah, I think I actually have a bit more of that red tint. That seems good. Complexion, I'm pretty young, my 20s, so none of the old complexions are really gonna be accurate. That one, or that one. Just looking at my own face, I feel like that one actually works as well. Yeah, I feel like I don't have that many skin. Or I do have blemishes. I have a lot of blemishes actually, so that's a little bit too clear skin for me. Those eyes are actually oddly already close to my eye color. That's gonna be interesting. But that's too many blemishes. So yeah, the first one seems like the best. Okay, eye color. That's actually really close to mine, so I'm gonna leave that, and you get to customize eye color further later. Hair, I believe, I tend to go with, it's one of these two. They both sort of depends on what stage of hair length you catch me at. But, this was what I did for my first playthrough in Elven Age. That was my very first game that I played. I think I like that. I think this is just a bit too short. Although it more accurately represents how I part my hair. Actually, I think I'll go with that. This looks more like me. Hair color. I am brunette. It's gonna be either one of these two. There's three or so. It's just a matter of how dark I want to get. It's pretty dark. It's darker brown. So I'm gonna go with that. Seems accurate. And voice.
You leave me no choice. How much is this going to cost me exactly?
Yeah.
I just hope I can help.
Yes, there's two voices
I just hope I can
per
help.
gender. American accent and British accent.
You leave me no choice.
In case you can't tell, my voice is significantly higher pitched than either. The British is much closer, though.
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
I'm definitely not going to the deep, burly American voice. That doesn't seem like me very much, I will say. Alright, on to the head. So, ear size. This is the one part where I need to take liberty, because I am not an elf. Otherwise, the elves are pretty much like me, just in general. Like, I am very skinny, and therefore the elven body best represents the actual sort of size and shape of my body as it happens. But I'm not an elf, I'm not a pointy-eared person, and so, you know, that definitely affects things. So give me a moment, I'm going to adjust my mic very subtly while I look at my ears in the mirror, which is going to be totally straightforward with what I'm doing. Alright, it looks like my ears sort of go upwards. That angle is about correct. I think it is going to make these close-ish to my ears in overall size. So what's interesting about DAI is sliders. A lot of them are these two-dimensional sliders that are very interesting. So yeah, definitely this is going to be more, this direction is how sort of outward facing, so definitely going to be more, I think, inward. Yeah, my ears are more inward like that. And then this is just sort of overall size, and so relatively small-eared for an elf, not a particularly aggressively eared elf. Ear position, you can go, you know, obviously up and down, and then in and out. So, in and out. But mostly, honestly, based on how it clips with my hair, to be frank. So, like that, just because I don't want it to clip with my hair, really. And then the up and down. Again, it's going to be based on my own ears. Give me a moment. may need to adjust it later when my ears change. Earlobes, you can sort of get funky with these. You can just be like, these are one of the few ones that are like binary. One slow slider. I check my earlobes real quick. I need to rotate the head so I can compare. Okay. They need to be a bit bigger. A little too big. That looks good. Okay. Cheekbones. I have really high cheekbones. Something that people comment on quite a bit. My cheekbones are just aggressively high. They're just like right up there. Just like they pop. So definitely pronounced. Not like deftly pronounced, but pronounced for sure. And up. Sort of where you want my cheekbones at. Cheek shape. Let's see, this is, yeah. I'm a very skinny bitch. Oh yeah, this is going to include harsh language. Dragon Age Inquisition is an M-rated game. It's going to swear and make adult language references sometimes. I swear and make adult references sometimes. That's just how that's going to go. So that's my cheekbone prominence in terms of going outwards. That is, it goes relatively far. Now, give me a second. At this point, I also have photos to use as evidence, so I can look at those instead of turning and awkwardly shuffling in front of the mirror. But, you know, it's still, it would also be taking time to come out of the actual game and sit and look at a picture of myself. I'm so vain. Anyway, so I think, so that's like completely in. They definitely go out. I'd say like to about there. And then, this is sort of your in here now. It's definitely going to be more gaunt. As it happens, you know, I'm just a very skinny person. I have a very skinny face, and so my cheeks are going where it's not quite like I'm dying, but enough. So yeah, that looks good. And my brow size, okay. Again, going to compare a picture, which I just backed out of. I'm super good at this. Oh yeah, I don't know how long this has been going on already. Obviously, this is a long game. I'm going to play it for very long sessions, ideally. And so, I'm probably going to try and cut this to 15-minute episodes, generally. But, you know, there's no real telling. So the brow's actually, it's going to be down-ish, and then a little bit pronounced, not like so pronounced. Yeah. Alright. And now forehead. Compare this picture. It's going to be definitely, what is this, up and down? So that's how sort of wide it is, alright. So in terms of forward and out, this is probably out to like there-ish. And then in terms of side to side. I had to go fix that. Give me a second. Definitely a wider forehead. So like up to there-ish. Yeah. Okay. We're getting there. One step at a time. Up to the eyes. Alright. Look at the shape. Alright. So I think it's either this shape or the first shape. Wait a second. character creation is all about. Alright, so that's going to rotate it, and then that's going to space them in and out. So I'm going to say they're actually a little bit, I don't want to space them out too much, so they're actually about there is good, and then I want a little bit more up like this, I think. Yeah. Eyebrow style. Alright. So there's none. It's sort of weird. A little bit too not like not wide enough. They don't cover enough of the overall brow. It's too sort of plucked. A little bit too bushy. Getting too like not too sparse, too thick, too thin, too ridiculous, too ridiculous, too ridiculous, too ridiculous, too ridiculous, too ridiculous, too ridiculous. Very small. A little bit too heavy. A little bit too light. Too ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous. Too straightforward. So there's none that's really quite like my eyebrows. I think it's very exaggerated. I'm going to say that this is probably the most normal I'm going to get. And then the positioning, it's just up or down. And mine are definitely not any more up than that, so I'm going to stick with that. And eyelash style. This is one of the weird ones. I have to get really close to my monitor to see these differences. You can kind of see them in the video, but it's something that you barely ever see in-game. This is something I need to investigate in a mirror, so I'm going to pull away from the game and look at my face in the mirror. So yeah, my top eyelashes are very thick, very long. My bottom eyelashes are mostly not there. So that's a good guidance point, I think, in terms of what's going on with my eyelashes. So let's take a look and see the longer styles. So like that, for instance, they're relatively long. That looks actually pretty good to me compared to some of the others. I'd say like, yeah. So maybe even this. So that little teeny bit on the bottom and then a bunch on top. That's actually, yeah, that looks about right. And then here's where the eye color thing gets ridiculous. Now my eyes, I would say, are interesting as they change color. I actually think that, you get a good look at my eyes. This is one of the tougher ones to identify, really. But I think they're just more a little bit darker and grayer than these eyes. These eyes are not inaccurate, though, is the thing. So let's say, like, in this weird sort of shade, sort of that sort of, then this is tough. This is really tough to figure out what these colors I want are. It's gonna be a little bit. Give me a second. How do I figure out what colors you are? I'm one of those people who's never had people agree on just what his eye color is. Very straightforward sort of way. Like a lot of people, you get like, oh, well, they have brown eyes. It's like, okay. Some people, it's like, oh, well, they have, you know, blue eyes. And when it comes to me, people don't really tend to have a good, solid opinion about what the color of my eyes are. They just don't, you know. Getting a picture, which is what I'm trying to do right now with my phone, is exceedingly difficult. But I'm gonna keep trying. There's just gonna be a little bit of sitting here for a moment as we craft the perfect Alex. I'm not gonna name him Alex though. I'm gonna name him an elven name that I can't pronounce. I'll tell you what that is when I get to it. But the name isn't for a little bit now, so yeah. First, before name, we have to make sure his eyes are decent, right? give up in a second. Just give me a couple more chances. And we'll start filling the color again. This sure is riveting Let's Play material. Well, that's probably about something good. Okay. The outside needs to be a darker green-ish color. That's not accurate. A darker grayish green. So let's go like in here, like sort of that, a grayer. And the inner starts to get a little bit lighter. I like that actually. My eyes have looked like that before. That's a very silly way of putting this, but go to the greens. Sort of have try that out for size. Let's go for that. It's maybe a little bit greener than my eyes usually are, but I like green as a favorite color, so I'm going to accept that. Just I don't want to waste any more time on these eyes. Alright, nose. Here's the thing. First thing to learn about your Let's Player here, if you're a BB person. I have a very prominent schnoz, and it's okay. I'll make jokes about it, as long as you're not mean about someone's physical appearance. I think it's okay to talk about sort of things that are notable if it's in sort of a friendly way. I got a big nose. It's you know, if you're gonna be a jerk about it, if you're gonna be a jerk about someone's appearance in some way, I just think it's unnecessary and it's just mean to that person, you know. If someone was a jerk to you about your appearance, you would probably be really pissed off at them and not want to be friends with them, so I see no reason to do that to other people. So in this our shape, I think that this is tough. It's tough to know when you're just picking out shape, what you can sort of, even if someone who's played this game all the time, though, they want to know sort of what you're able to modify as far as the shape goes. So I'm going to make this based on that. One of the things you can't really change is the nostril shape, so I'm going to base this more on the nostrils, and my nostrils do not open in a lot of these ways. It's going to define one that's closest, which I think is him. So, okay. So, size. So this is going to be in and out. Right, yeah, in and out. And then width. So, width, I'm going to say we want at about that level. And then in and out, I'm going to say we want at maybe, that was incorrect. Give me a second. In and out, I want to be a little bit more out like that. Okay. Nose position. Sometimes I sing spontaneously. I only sort of apologize for that. So this is going to be both up and down. So I actually want it to be a decent amount up, maybe about there. Yeah. No, it's longer. That's my mouth that's gonna have to go down. So let's go like that. Maybe I just can't. That's weird. Anyways, just don't worry about that. And then this is just completely in or out. One second. Okay, let's say about there. Yeah. So as you can see, I'm making this relatively prominent just because it's accurate. all things in adjustments. All things in adjustment. Alright, tip size. Tip rather bolus. So we want... So sort of... What is this? Okay, yeah. That's sort of sticky outy. So you want sort of sticking out like that. And then... Not actually that bolus. More like that. Tip position. This... Yeah. So the up or down. So it flares a little bit up like that. Not quite as much. And then... It's actually... The overall tip. Actually something like that. Say yeah. Kind of like that. Nostril size. Backplace of the pictures. Okay. So that's just gonna be in and out. Sort of like that. And then down. Yeah, just sort of like that. And they're just sort of right about even. So yeah. Not too much adjustment. And broken nose, not really. So I think that nose is accurate. Alright, mouth and jaw. Mouth shape. It's going to be one of the bigger differences. This is the kind of change that can make a sudden huge difference in some of them. I'm going to say either that first one, that, no, or this one. I think it's this one. Mouth width. Not as... Actually, yeah, that's just about as wide. I can sort of go up and down. Like that. Mouth position. Maybe lower. And then more. So more out. Again, I forget. Showing you pictures. It's actually about right. Lip thickness, sort of have really purse really thick. I'm going to say I'm sort of somewhere in that range. Yeah. Just sort of in that one. It looks fine though. Wait, double check. Yeah, and then jawline. Why is this jawline changing? So that's right there, and then, yeah, so that's legitimately the jawline, so that needs a profile shot. They can do one because I think this is move that just like out of the way for her own sake. Yeah, got a good profile shot. Blurry. Sometimes photos are blurry, so get blurry kids. You notice I say kids or folks a lot. I don't know. I use generalizing words because that's sort of how I do. Yeah, so maybe just to jump to these other pictures. I took a bunch the first time I tried doing it. I tried to make my first character look like me. It didn't turn out kind of quite as well as I think I was in a bit of a rush. So I'm gonna say that it is up about there, and then yeah, definitely around there. What is this one? Super huge ones. Say that. This is the one that sort of I think is not a big deal. Sort of this
you've heard?
So very
Completely
distinctive
true.
face.
Everything you've heard? Completely true.
Yeah, just saying how he looks when he talks. That's fine. I think I can push it a little bit forward. Just a little bit though. And down. Yeah, that's really about it. They're pretty pursed up there.
As long as the job gets done, I don't care about the
I
rest.
definitely don't have a double chin because I am skinny. So no double chin. And Adam's apple. Sort of wide-ish. And then do that ground. That is the ground. Yeah. Let me get another picture of this one. I think I need a picture for again. Let's move further away. Yeah, let's take a look at it. So yeah, that's definitely, mine's definitely, it's not quite that far out. I would say, so on that end. Alright. That is my face. I actually think it's pretty close, I will say. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than my last one was.
As long as the job gets done, I don't care about
Scars
the
and
rest.
tattoos. So let's start with changing this tattoo. So, first bit of Alex espousing Dragon Age 2. I hope one of the things I can do in this playthrough is, if people don't know about Dragon Age, I can explain shit. One of the things about elves is that they get facial tattoos called Velocilin. These are coming-of-age tattoos. They are, you know, your typical, well, I'm, you know, very... Oh, elves have to have tattoos. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize your elf could go tattooless. Interesting. You can make, like, the most there are non-obtrusive ones and super obtrusive. I've always been very tempted to do this. My tattoo is going to be, like, breakery, by the way. Just letting you guys know. Get, like, in there somewhere. And then, like, you know. But these, you know, sort of their coming-of-age ritual. It's, you know, a thing they do, and then they're considered more adults than they were before. So I definitely ascribe to the Dalish tattoos, even though I don't have a tattoo in real life, obviously. You know, Dalish have these elves, characters will have them, so it's really natural. And green, as I did self-produce, is my favorite color. That's what I'm gonna do first. I wanna pick a tattoo that I like. It's probably gonna be that one over the eye. I have a fondness for it. I have a fondness for tattoos that go over the eye. I can't explain why. That rhymed. What a good time. Yeah. The eye tattoo is just the one that I like. That's what I'm gonna keep. So, there's that. And then scars. Scars in this game are ridiculous. I think I will put a scar. I do not have scars because I am handsy who does nothing. I sort of like the idea of a scar that is... So I'm gonna raise the intensity just to make sure that I'm, like, directing it properly. I like the idea of having a scar across the eye that his tattoo isn't on. I like the mirror of that. I think it's very cool. Let me just make sure. Right along here. A little, I wish I could not have that chin one. That's what bothers me. I turn down the intensity. Barely noticed the chin. So yeah, I had that very light scar. I think heading towards the eye. You can get ridiculous with scars, I can tell you. Let me look at some of the other options. On maximum intensity because that's the easiest way to see them. If you go all the way to the end here, you can just be totally beaten up. Which I love. I did on my second character was a Kunari warrior. They're big, angry ogre people, basically. So he was beat up. It was fun. I liked it. Maybe I can get this up. Scar to be the way that I want. That's the other thing with kind of like it being on the same eye as his tattoo. Maybe he, like, got the tattoo as sort of like a... Like, they were like, well, we shouldn't put over the scarred flesh because then it's going to hurt more. And he was like, no. You put it over that eye. Sort of wants to distance everyone from looking at the scar. Maybe. I'm excited. This is the fun character building part. I'm the weird guy who looks at the different scars available. It's like, I want to plan my character around what the scar on his face says about him as a character. That's the guy that I am. I'm that guy. You know, I like characters. I like planning characters. I'm just gonna right through his eye. So that's where the intensity seems like broken a little. Like if I change scars, the intensity sort of resets. Like, see? But the intensity goes down to like there whenever you change it. It's the max. Actually, let me... Actually, because of that, let me go back to this one scar. What is it? Yeah, this one. So different intensities of the see. Yeah, I just don't like it in the way of the tattoo, because I like the tattoo a lot. So yeah, I do like being scarred. It's makes my character look tougher than I am in real life, and gives the character. And intensity. Okay.
I just hope I can help.
Makeup, I'm ignoring except for one thing. I want to look at eyelash color, because I think... Give me a second. One moment while I investigate myself closer in the mirror. Because I think... I got a good look at my eyes, I'll find that... No, the eyelashes are pretty black, but... I'm gonna see if maybe a more brownish shade would be appreciated. You can make yours all sorts of weird. I don't understand entirely how this works.
Everything you've heard? Completely true.
The brown looks weird.
You leave me no choice.
Yeah, the black looks correct, and the brown really doesn't. Wait, maybe it is darker. That looks good. I just want it to match the hero a bit more. Alright.
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
I think... Hot diggity. If all else... I think this is my character. Test a couple
Everything
voices.
you've heard? Completely true.
See how it looks when he's talking.
As long as the job gets done, I don't care about the rest. I just hope I can help. As long as the job gets done, I don't care about the rest. How much is this going to cost me exactly?
Alright. I accept this. And I will move on forward from here. So the character's name. name shall be Shalen. I have worked with other Dragon Age fans about the Elven language, and we found that Shalen is a name that should mean protector or defender. Specifically, the way it's organized, Shalen. The Len is sort of a appendix for one who, and Shal, I think, is protect. So Shal Len is one who protects. Anything Len is one who blanks. So you would translate that roughly as protector. So that's sort of the best we got as far as what my character's name is to be. So Shal Len. We're accepting and we're moving on, and the game will begin truly. So where are we? Who is that lady? And what's going on? These are all really important questions when you're starting this game if you don't know what you're getting into. If you're starting this game fresh, just raw smack, you're going in with no prior knowledge, this is definitely quite the intro. So we're walking up this weird landscape. Those are spiders. I don't know about you, not a fan of spiders, especially monster spiders. So we're running. We're climbing, actually, because they got pretty vertical. So we're going. Gotta keep away. This glowy lady person's reaching her hand out. Reach. Green sparks, and then disappear, and there I am. In a different landscape. Going unconscious, got some soldiers. They're coming up. And well, that's that. I seem to be somewhere unconscious, running away from monsters, ending up here. So, what has Shalen gotten himself into? We're only seconds into the game, and already we're in a prison cell. That always bodes well. Games love starting you as a prisoner. Thought this was BioWare, not Bethesda. I'm just kidding. Mostly. But seriously, Bethesda, stop making your characters start out as prisoners. So waking up, and then noticing bizarre, peculiar, green, glowy, zappy thing on your hand, and then these ladies walk in.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead, except for you.
Tend to keep quiet during cutscenes so you can hear the dialogue, unless I have something witty and silly to add. So, everyone in the conclave is dead except for me. That's horrible. You think I did it. Remain silent. The character's not is actually kind of shocked that everyone's dead.
What do you mean everyone's dead?
Explain this.
I can't.
What do you mean
Mass
you
shot.
can't?
I don't know what that is, or
Just saying.
how it got there.
You're lying!
But Cassandra's not a character to take lightly just because there was a
Neither
random
is
mass shot. She's a tough woman. So now, this is something that Inquisition added compared to the other Dragon Age. You get to pick your emotional response, which I like. So a very aggressive, forward, let me go. Inquisitive, I'm confused, what's going on. What now, sort of stoic and guarded, and then all those people being very sad. So, my character definitely is not lacking in any empathy. So you just told me a bunch of people that at a place I was at are all dead. So,
I can't believe it. All those people. Dead.
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember running. Things were chasing me, and then a woman.
A woman?
She reached out to me, but then
Go to the Ford Camp, Liliana. I will take you to the lab.
So, going to the
what
rift.
did happen?
It's the will be easier to show you.
If there's ever something in the world that someone says will be easier to show to you, probably not a good thing. It's probably going to be a big deal. Let's take a step on outside. And that's bright. What could it be? What could I be looking at? Oh god, there's a giant demonic hole in the sky.
We call it the breach. It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest.
Oh shit.
All were caused by the explosion of the conflict.
An explosion can do that.
This one did. Unless we act, the breach may grow until it swallows the world.
And that looks like... oh, that's not good for our character.
Each time the breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
So, we got a mark, it's spreading and killing us, and it's a portal to a giant... connected to a portal to a hole full of demons. Let's ask some questions. How could it stop this?
You say it may be the key. To doing what?
Closing the breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly. It is our only chance, however. And yours.
Do you still think I'm guilty?
You still think I did this? To myself?
Not intentionally. Something clearly went wrong.
And if I'm not responsible?
Someone is, and you are our only suspect.
Well...
You wish to prove your innocence? This is the only way.
So, be directly helpful, ask if helping, take our lives first, or be sort of aggressive and standoffish. My character is a little alarmed that things went terribly wrong, and is sort of interested in having the world not go to hell.
I understand.
Then
I'll do what I can. Whatever it takes.
And you saw little Cassandra approves on the side there. Companions, party members in this game, the people you meet, will approve or disapprove your actions. Slightly, generally, or greatly.
they have decided your guilt. They need it.
It's going to help sort of
The
determine.
people of Haven mourn our
They-
most holy, divine Justinian, head of the Chantry.
Yeah,
The
that part was
conclave
important.
was hers. It was
That's
a
why I shut
chance for peace between mages and Templars.
Mages and Templars. Get ready to hear
We
Mages and
brought their
Templars.
leaders together. Now they are dead.
That's problematic.
We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed. There will be a trial. I can promise no more.
Well, that's good. Trials are
Come.
good. Who
It
doesn't
is
like
not
trials?
Where are you taking me?
So, now we get
Your
control.
mark must be tested on something smaller than...
See, we're unlocking codices. So that's my character. Looks pretty good. The game looks pretty good. So to catch people up to speed on what they're talking about, use some terms. They said this would be...
Open the gate. We are heading into the valley.
Where we are was a Chantry conclave. Now, the Chantry is a religious organization in the Dragon Age universe. They... Catholic Church, it's a good analog. So their divine Justinia is their pope. So when they refer to a divine, they're talking about a pope. So there's a map. I can open the map. Okay. Mages, obviously people with magic. In Dragon Age, you are exclusively born with magic if you are a mage. There's no one who can use magic who isn't just born with it. And Templars are people who watch over people who are born with magic and ensure that they don't misuse it or get into trouble. They have a large variety of purposes, but we'll explore that as we go along.
The pulses are coming faster now.
So basically,
The
in
larger the breach grows, the more rifts appear, and more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was. Everything farther in the valley was laid waste, including the Temple of Sacred Ashes. I suppose you'll see soon enough.
Okay, I just want to make sure we get to the dialogue. Do you see me doing this little circly thingy on the ground? That's a ping that will tell me if there's nearby items to be interacted with. So things I can loot, things I can read, etc. To further expand what we were saying before, the Chantry controls the people known as the Templars. I wandered out of the bounds of the area, so it killed me. The Chantry controlled the Templars, who watched over the mages, and mages were basically not given a lot of direct freedom. So the previous games, the mages rebelled against the Templars to gain freedom, which is why there was this conclave for peace. It's sort of the opening to this game. Oh, yeah, and then this happens. We're falling. That's exciting. Oh, look at that. Why is there that in the background? Hey, look, it's a demon.
Stay behind me.
Hey, look, it's a demon. So I got a staff, because I'm a mage. So my character is a mage. I chose to play as a mage. So okay. Attacking is good. We want to do that. Let's zap him with the zappy zaps. Do a little damage. Do fire. Go panic him for the moment. And we can stand back here and fire off some staff blasts to try and deal with him. Because he needs dealing. Notice that it's chain lightning, so it very lightly rebounds between multiple people. And that takes care of those demons.
It's over.
Drop your weapon. Now.
Okay. Oh, so notice here, sometimes you will get special options depending on who you are, what choices you've made, etc. That symbol means that I'm a mage. So that symbol appears as an option that is exclusive for a mage. So in this case, the mage is identifying, I don't need a staff to cast spells. So I can point that out. I can say, I'll disarm, agree to it, tell her that she needs to trust me, or tell her that I need the weapon. My character's going to be kind of snarky. He's usually snarky. He's a little overrun right now, but I'm going to get him back to his snarkiness now that he was in a fight.
You really think I need a staff to be dangerous?
Is that supposed to reassure me?
Yeah, she doesn't like
I
that.
haven't used my magic on you.
You're right.
And I win in the
You
end.
don't need a staff, but you should have one. I cannot protect you. I should remember you agreed to come willingly.
So right now I feel like I have net semi-approval with her. Big approval and a slight disapproval.
Take these
So,
make a note of what we will face.
my health is not down enough that I'm going to use a potion yet.
At the forest camp or fight. We are on our own for now.
So the game gave me a first bit of loot, and it's going to give me some armor. That looks just downright silly. Like, seriously, look at it, guys. This is just this silly hat. But, you need hats. You can disable hats. I don't like to. I prefer to keep the hats on. Because I eventually try to match my weapon, my armor, and my hats. It's the thing that I do, because I'm cool like that. In cutscenes, your hats always come off anyway, so it's not like it matters. Let's loot this thing really quickly. Let's go check and make sure there's no loot back here. There is loot back here. So, iron and elf fruit. These are crafting resources. So, basically, they're kind of my inventory space, and I'm going to use them to do crafting later. So let's pause. I am on Nightmare, remember. So, technically, I can't take control of Cassandra right now because I haven't unlocked that part of the game yet.
There! Watch out!
So I can't pause, but I can't do that. So let's... It wants a chain lightning to hit both of them, and then he's going to try and come hit me, so I want to panic him so he doesn't come towards me anymore. So he's just sort of going to run away, kind of loosely. Cassandra should pull him in with her AI soon. Okay, so he's coming towards attack him, shock him a little, and try and get out of the way. And Cassandra's going to come running up and help out. She should be. I'm going to panic him some more, like Cassandra. Attack him, please, and then we're going to fight. So yeah, this early game is actually going to be kind of interesting on Nightmare. It's not super easy. Notice Cassandra's got these silver plates on her health. That's her resource called Guard. Her abilities will generally build that up, and so that's going to take hits instead of her health if an enemy attacks her. Whereas I just sort of only, for right now at least, have my health. Also notice there's more black lines on her health bar, so it divides it. So let's then keep the health bar the same length, but there's more segments to imply that she has more health. So I have a couple bigger segments, but because they're less, that just means that you're sort of in a zoomed-in look on the amount of health I have, if that makes any sense. So, let me put, I'm a mage. Right now, I'm pretty squishy. Mages aren't really built to be durable. You may find that by the end of this lengthy playthrough, I have proven you why I am the king of, like, mages. Alright. So let's just talk about strategy here. I can see this guy up ahead. She's going to bark at me in a second that there's a ranged guy, but I know ahead of time that there is, so I want to panic him, because that's going to stop him from sitting here and throwing stuff at us for a little bit. And then I'm going to zap him. So Cassandra should be... Okay, there. So she's using that challenge ability. That means she drew aggro, which means now the enemy is going to attack her instead of me. This guy's being a jerk and hitting me, doing a bit of damage. So I'm going to do that to him. And just sit here and farm. As, obviously, this is the intro of the game, things are pretty simple. Yeah. I'm really going to sit and... Combat would normally be going much quicker on the lower levels. On hard, and then all the way up to Nightmare, where I am right now, you sort of, expect the early game to be tough if you're not going to wind up grinding. So I'm going to drink a potion because I was halfway down. I probably could have waited longer, but I'm paranoid, and it's the early game, so you're not going to run out of potions. Unless you're being an idiot. Just, like, stupid. Oh, wait. That banner is the Chantry banner. So that sunburst symbol, if you see that in the future, Chantry. Chantry, again, church, Catholic Church, basically, is the way to think about them. Main religion of humans, not of other races.
They're falling from the breach.
Really. I'm an elf. I definitely don't worship whatever the Chantry worships, which we will learn about, and I'll talk about. But, okay, he's gonna just try and wander off and be a ranged, so I want to just get rid of him. So him and I are gonna have a little bitty ranged battle. I'm gonna shock him. Yeah. Alright. Now move back to the shade. Yeah, so... Definitely an elf like me wouldn't be worshipping the god of the Chantry, who's called the Maker. So if you see someone saying Maker, it is not a generalization where they don't want to say the name of a specific god, so they're being sort of generalized. The Maker is the name of their core human deity. Zap him, because he goes some access to the other two. Let's panic him, and then zap him a bit. So top potion, because I got some health there. So this is why, yeah, you want to be really careful about what you're doing here. It's upsetting me that I can't jump to Cassandra and control her. Later on in the game, you'll get to control your party members. Sam is slain right now. There'll be more of them than just you and one other person. And you get to make their choices as well as yours, should you wish. Switch between them, or do the whole pause and assign everyone's next command. The AI does an okay job, but sometimes, you know, they can't keep up with things. Especially on these higher difficulties. You're going to need a level of micromanagement to keep yourself safe. Keep items for later, yes. So that's the game telling me, you're getting this item, it's useful. I can't do a tutorial on this because the means to completing it are not currently available to you at this point in the game. You know, that's that. Cassandra's not keeping up quite nice and neatly. Normally they go a little faster. I'm surprised she's going so slow and stuttering. Because that's the iron up there. Collecting resources in this game is important. Loot and crafting materials and money and everything. It's kind of the bread and butter of most RPGs, so I try to keep up to date and up to track with it if I can. Even at the beginning of the game, I could skip a lot of this, and it's probably boring for you to watch me walk around, but if a playthrough where I walk around and collect all of the things in the game is boring to you, you shouldn't watch.
We're getting close to the rift. You can hear the fighting.
Who's fighting?
You'll see soon. We must help them.
I couldn't hear anyone, but okay. Yeah, so let's go in, fight off some bad guys. Yeah, so if you don't like collecting things, probably shouldn't watch this playthrough. Alright, there's a shade. Shock him. This dude within the fighting stuff, just sort of a regular looking dude. This little short guy with a crossbow, and then another guy slinging staffs like me, so he's gotta be another mage. The short guy's a dwarf. Like sort of human elf and dwarf, standard fantasy races. There's another one I mentioned before called Kunari, but that's one. Alright.
Quickly! Before more come through!
Shove my hand into the green thingy. Kaboom! There we go.
I did nothing. The credit is yours.
So, I can help. If I did that, give me the mark. My character knows better.
You mean this?
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark on your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Hi. Nice staff. It's like
Good
mine.
to know. Here I thought we'd be ass deep in demons forever.
You should zip up your coat. It's cold outside.
Barrack Tempest, rogue, storyteller, occasionally.
This is Varric. He's one of the greatest characters in the game. You will love him.
That's a
Yeah,
nice crossbow.
you have to comment on the crossbow.
Isn't she? Bianca died.
You named your crossbow, young.
Bianca.
Of course. And she'll be great company in the valley.
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore.
It's true. We do need him.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
That's nice.
You seem to know a great deal about it.
like you, Solus is an apostate.
Technically, all mages are now apostates, Cassandra.
Accurate.
My travels have allowed me to learn much of the faith, far beyond the experience of any circle mage. I came to offer whatever help I can give to the breach. If it is not closed, we are all doomed, regardless of origin.
So, circle mages. Circle is what would normally hold mages who are being watched over by the Chantry and looked over by Templars. Apostate means that you are a mage that is outside of that circle. So right now, we are apostates because we're not humans who are part of the circle. And he said everyone is an apostate because currently the mages were rebelling, and there were no active circles, so no one was part of the circle. It's commendable, and when this is over, I'll do what I can. So that's commendable.
It's a commendable attitude. Merely a sensible one. Although sense appears to be in short supply right now. Cassandra, you should know, the magic involved here is unlike any I've seen. Your prisoner is a mage, but I find it difficult to imagine any mage having such power.
Understood. We must get to the forward camp quickly.
Well, Bianca's excited.
Bianca's always excited. She gets to shoot things. That's all she cares about. So, yeah.
This way, down the bank.
But I have
The road
loot.
ahead.
We must move quickly.
So there's a fire staff. I'm gonna switch to the fire staff because I don't want to have the same looking staff as Solus. I am that vain. See? Look, look. So we're gonna get the hook staff. It also gives me plus willpower, which is going to be useful. So yeah, you have 6 stats in this game: strength, dexterity, constitution, magic, willpower, and cunning, all which serve different purposes towards your stats. Each one has a couple different stats that it works with. You accidentally saw my Windows border pop up there. Boop, like that. Shouldn't happen too often. We'll just ignore it. Okay? Okay. I'm glad we can agree on that. And then, there's a momentous thing in Dragon Age. You can jump! That wasn't in the previous 2 Dragon Age games, so they thought it would be a big deal to remind you. This is the 3rd Dragon Age game, you can jump now. So jumping. It's a thing. Right. Guessing that way is out of bounds, I can almost assure you. So let's grab this iron. Let's look at this corpse. Okay, now it's giving me the tutorial on how to control other people. So let's say I want to be Cassandra, or Souls, or Varric.
Demons ahead.
All good.
Glad you
Let's
brought me now, Seeker.
So let's take Cassandra and use her to get attention, because so we have right now Lesser Shade, Wraith, and Greater Shade. Let's go up to that Greater Shade and taunt him. So yeah, we can go into the tactical camera, for instance. This is the other way to control your whole party. So let's say I want to have her go up to him and to challenge him. I want myself to get right up to about there, and Solus raids along. Solus is a spell called Barrier that's useful. I want him to cast it right about there, so just as Cassandra's walking into it. And then Varric, I want him to get up here and start taking shots at people. So yeah. And then we can press the button and watch his people move into position. Let's say I want to zap back into control and maybe get out of that tactical view and do a few things. He's being rude and attacking me. I'm not really a fan of that. Let's panic him. And then do that Greater Shade. Varric, I want you to take him out because that's problematic. So yeah, that Shade was getting on my nerves because attacking us from far away. I used one of Varric's moves. That long shot of Varric's does more damage the farther away he is, so that was good. Alright, looks like Cassandra needs a potion, and that's otherwise it. So let me go. Okay, it's not gonna let me go into the character abilities right now. I need to set up a little bit of tactics. The game doesn't quite let you do full pre-programming like some RPGs. The previous Dragon Age games did sort of let you pre-plan it all out to create these weird if-then scenarios to dictate character behavior, but I think in the new engine that was just going to be too difficult, and they wanted to instead have you focus on doing that yourself, controlling everyone if you wanted that level of detail and that level of control. But they still have some tactics that you can set, so that your AI doesn't do things silly while they're out and about fighting outside of your control. So once again, running around and looting, because completionist playthrough, like I said, we're going to do a lot of tiny, seemingly unnecessary things in this playthrough. It's all for the greater purpose of just having a very full, complete Dragon Age playthrough. You know, this is my 4th time playing this game, that's what I'll tell you right now. I'm absolutely playing full, like I said, in all of these cutscenes and all of these events, not knowing what's happening. I know exactly what's happening. I know the backstories and relevance of every character in this party, and all the characters we will then get in the future. I know exactly what this explosion was, who caused it, why I have the mark, everything. So, that's the way to go. We're not going to go that way. In true game fashion, I'm going to go the other way first. That's how I roll. So that is falling apart. I don't believe there's loot in here, but I'm going to check. Oh, I was wrong. There's totally loot here. There's a little bit of gold. Let's see what's in here. A little bit of gold, and then there's some things that I can sell. And there's loot right here. I can't tell if this fire is going to damage me or not. It is not. Some fire will damage you. Usually, it's fire that enemy has casted, but that fire appears to not be hurting me. Alright. I'm pretty sure up was the way to go, so there's some extra enemies over here. Gonna grant me some extra experience. But also maybe put me a little bit more of a disadvantage in the future, so let's use the tactical camera to get a closer look. So, 2 left stage and a greater chicken. The good thing about that, no, ranged assholes. Varric's gonna get a nice sort of side shot over here. And then I'm gonna send Solus up close. And then take back control myself. Yeah. And then her and I got barriers. And quickly shot them. And panic him because he started attacking me. Just want to deal with lesser shades. Stop him from aggroing. Okay, that guy still aggroing, so her challenge is not yet brought back. Okay, now we're going to challenge specifically against him. Make sure that I'm not getting bombarded with attacks. And we're golden. It's even on Nightmare. This game isn't impossible. Obviously we're just getting started, but there's definitely ways to deal with the various dangerous situations in this game. It's got to be on top of things as it gets harder and harder. But your characters get stronger and stronger, and you get cooler abilities.
Clearly away from the rest of your plan. They send you here.
What do you know of the Danes?
I have wandered many roads in my time, crossed paths with your people on more than one occasion.
That's what
What
it
do
is.
you mean by crossed paths? I mean that I offer to share knowledge, only to be attacked for no greater reason than superstition.
Can't you elves just play nice for once?
Not really. That was a good animation, just shaking it off right there. No, that wouldn't really happen if you had gone straight this way. Sort of trying to emphasize, like, yeah, you ran off, you did some stuff, that's cool.
Are you innocent?
You won.
I don't remember what happened. That'll get you every time. Should have spun a story.
That's what you have done.
It's more believable and less prone to result in premature execution.
Is there at least loot up here? There is. Haha, see? I came up here and there was loot for me. Granted, it's just a little bit of gold, but gold is gold is gold. Alright. Back down the mountain and up the other side of the mountain. That's the one. The one difficult thing about these RPGs is really that you can't have a thing with a lot of time-based tension in a game where you're also able to just freely run around gathering loot, and should if you're going to play the game the optimal way. You know. But I'm just saying, that ain't none of my business. No, it still works. It's still a good game. I love the game enough to play it 4 times and then still do a Let's Play, so I'm not really too worried about that. Come on, Cassandra, do your job. You're a tank. Oh, you're a jerk. I'm gonna deal with you. Need healing. Potion. Shoot. And then launch fire. Cassandra's got him pretty adequately tanked. Lightning. Enemies definitely just have more health on higher difficulties. This makes things take longer earlier on. And in the whole game, obviously, but if you do as I like to do and over level, you'll be fine.
She's resourceful here.
We will see for ourselves at the forward camp. We're almost there.
Liliana was the redhead that we met at the beginning, in the room with us when Cassandra was interrogating us at the Specifically, they worked for the Divine, I guess you could say, as you will learn soon enough. It's not a spoiler, really.
Another
Fingers.
rift.
We must seal it! Quickly!
Alright. So, I can do a special thing here, and I'm going to show you what that is. Lesser shade, lesser shade. Gotta be cool archers there, and then, alright. You're gonna go deal with these guys, and then you're gonna stand right there. Okay?
They keep coming! Help us!
So, get everyone off me, and then I'm gonna do this. Watch. You jerk. So I can do a thing, but it's not gonna let me. What I want to do is this.
Hurry! Use them up!
So, if you use that while the enemies are still active, it would do a damage. Stun them and do damage to all of them. But, they attacked me and interrupted me. Anyways, there's level up. That's going to unlock this screen. Shaolin has reached level 2. Glorious. Alright. I'm not going to worry too much about this. I'm going to be respecting when we get the chance to, and also respecting a lot later down the line. So for right now, what I think I'm going to want... I know. Okay. I want to back charge tutorials. So that's just a big AoE. I think AoE is good right now. That is just a pure stun. Okay. That's going to randomly figure out if you strike people. Let's do an AoE. Yeah. Like I said, this actually isn't
We're
super
clear for the moment.
important because
Well
I'm
done.
gonna,
Whatever that thing on your hand is, it's useful.
you know, I'm gonna be. Okay. That is a supply cache related to refill potions. So, important thing is make sure everyone's full health if you have spare potions. So, you know, I didn't want to make sure that I wasn't like refilling my potions before I used all of them rapidly. So, there's an item that is a one-handed mace, a Morning Star. That's gonna go to Cassandra. See, it's better than what she's got. So, she's got that instead of this beans. And then I want to jump into abilities. Actually, I saw we have accessories. So I have an accessory. This character's about to drop character self 0. The amulet shatters and heals the character. So that's what I've got. Keep that on myself for the moment. And like I said, back to tactics. So you can go into this screen. So for me, my preferred is going to be lightning. If you set something to preferred, that means that if it can do more than one thing, its preference will be to do that. Cassandra, for instance, her preference is going to be to challenge things, to get the aggro. Sola's purpose is going to be barrier, to protect us, to be a support mage or not a damage mage, and Varric's preference is to do a long shot to do damage. As you get more moves, you adjust them further. Alright.
Here they come.
You made it. Chancellor Roderick, this is...
I know who he is. As Grand Chancellor of the Church, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Valroyo to face execution.
Order me? You are a glorified clerk, a bureaucrat.
And you are a thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chancery.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead.
Yeah.
The next replacement that they heard of was on the map.
With the breach, so no one's in charge here. I'm standing right here.
Don't talk about me like I'm not here.
You shouldn't even be here. Call a retreat, Senior. Our position here is hopeless.
We can stop this before it's too late.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen, abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
How do you think we should proceed?
You're asking for my opinion?
Now you're asking me what I think.
You have the mark.
And you are the one we must keep alive. Since we cannot agree on our own,
Careful to say to stall social simulators or rebels without capacity lost. So, seems to me, said we lost scouts, but
Use the mountain path.
I can tell you that
Work together. You all know what's
Yeah.
at stake.
this is a good plan.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
There's a
On
path
your head.
that I like to take. I have reasons, trust me. So yeah, we are... My character looks pretty young compared to everyone. I kind of think that's adequate. He's sort of in over his head here. Heading up the mountain, taking a walk. And yeah. Nice and ominous looking. Just the way you like it. So yeah. The ping is just for the ladders that I'm climbing. You can see that there are little dots on the map when you ping stuff, which I think is helpful to show you
The tunnel should be just ahead.
where
The path to the
the
temple
loot
lies
things
just
you're finding
beyond.
are.
What manner of
Excuse me. I zoomed out too far. If you zoom out, that's how you can get to that
Part of an old
pause
mining complex.
state.
These mountains are full of such paths.
So some mining complex.
soldiers are in there somewhere.
along with whatever has detained them?
We shall see soon enough.
So yeah. Old mining path that used to be in here. I'm going to look for some missing soldiers. I said you on the run, just right off the bat. Charge in here. I know you need to be dealt with. That was in my way. And then burst you with a big AoE. Lock down some fire on you. Some lightning. All the things. Oop. Okay. And we loot. Some spirit essence. Seems nothing over here. Continue onwards the path. So sometimes the frame rate gets a little iffy. It's not because of the game, really. It's because I'm recording. That's sort of how computers work. So don't, you know, so that's a better shield than what she's got, so we're gonna give her that. I think it looks really cool, so that's cool too. Right. Shooting staff, it's not useful at that exact moment. So yeah, this way is stuff. Let's go this way first. Some resources are good. Some money, there's some coins there. Okay. Let's charge him with Cassandra. She is the tank. Her charging is usually a good idea. Grab some aggro. And do that. Okay. Just leaving me to AI control for a moment basically used almost all of my abilities. They used them properly. Who's to say? Okay, you should focus in on taking care of these guys. people who are weakened who are AI controlled will automatically use potions, which is cool. I don't want to do this shade here. The nice thing about archers is they can move and attack, versus the mages whose range attack they have to stand still for. I don't know. I like that difference. I played as an archer in my last playthrough, and they're fun for that very reason. It makes them very mobile. But I love mages, trust me. Mage, I play the long game as far as mage goes. I have very specific build, things that you can't do until later in the game. That will definitely have to play mages.
That cannot be all of them.
So the others could be holed up ahead.
Our priority must be the breach. Unless we seal it soon, no one is safe.
I'm leaving that to our elder friend.
Hi. I'm an elf. Hey look, riches. And then we got some people. Just a firewall right there. We got some of our soldiers here. Well, their soldiers. Goodness. I say ours because we're all working on a team now, but they're not a huge fan of me, so who knows to say that they're our soldiers. So there go some guys. Now the rift is spitting out some more guys.
Lieutenant, you're alive.
Just barely.
And we're gonna try to do this. Notice, yeah, there's that slight stun and some damage. So now I'm going to shoot him with some panic and take him out. So that is a great way to deal with that. Only I can do that because it involves my whole glowy hand, the mark. It's just a good solution to problems.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Truth.
Let's hope it works on the big one.
Thank the maker you finally arrived, Lady Cassandra. I don't think we could have held out much longer.
Thank our prisoner, Lieutenant. He insisted we come this way.
The prisoner? Then you...
Closing rifts and saving soldiers. That's what I do.
Then you have my sincere gratitude.
The way into the valley behind us is clear for the
So
moment.
yeah, wanted to save a couple people. You know,
At once. Quickly, let's move!
but did I sacrifice
The
anyone
path
else
ahead
getting that?
appears to be clear of demons as well.
Let's hurry before that changes.
That was a meteor of doom, so let's avoid that. And the rift appears to have
Down
something.
the ladder. That's the way to the temple.
There's another helmet. However, notably, it's got a level 6 requirement. We're level 2. Yeah. There's a dagger, and there's a longbow. Varric uses bows, but he only uses his bow. He can use daggers, but I see no reason to not have him use his crossbow. It's his crossbow. He should use it. Okay. So let's slide on down. And, yeah, daggers are the other weapons that rogues like Varric can use, but...
So, holes in the fade don't just accidentally happen, right?
If enough magic is brought to bear, it is possible.
But there are easier ways to make things explode.
That is true.
We will consider how this happens once the immediate danger is past.
Yep. That's how you see the good display of the party dynamic. Varric's the one asking the questions, and also being sarcastic. Cassandra's very straight to the point, and Solus is sort of the inquisitive one, who knows stuff.
The Temple of Sacred
You know.
Ashes.
What's left of it?
That's
Yes.
where you walked out of the faith, and our soldiers found you. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
So good for loot. So yeah, this is the location in the first game, the Temple of Sacred Ashes. So having it be completely destroyed in this game, it's actually kind of fun of Bioware to do something like that. There's a helmet. That was like a heavy helmet. So I would give it to Cassandra. guys are pretty screwed up. Pretty dead. But got a big rift. Real big.
You're here. Maker.
Liliana, have your men take up positions around the temple.
Alright. Now's my time to shine, Skippy.
This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
I'm not sure how to even start getting up to that thing.
No. This rift is the first. It is the key. Seal it? Perhaps we'll see the breach.
Perhaps.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
Yeah. Being careful is good. I like that part.
Now is the hour of our victory.
What could that be?
Bring forth the sacrifice.
What are we hearing?
I guess the person who created the breach.
Good guess. Obvious guess, but means he's just very genre aware.
I see it, Beric.
What's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on Miri beneath the temple, corrupted.
It's evil. Whatever you do, don't touch it.
Red lyrium. Interesting.
Keep the sacrifice still.
Red lyrium is important, as people playing Dragon Age 2 learned, and as people playing this game will learn.
That is divine Justinia's force.
Let's drop on down. Seamless. That is something I will applaud. Very few games can go that a seamless gameplay to cutscene and have that look that good. I'm just saying, that looked real good. Don't have to gush about it like I do, but I think it looks real good.
What's going on here?
That was your voice. Most holy called out to you.
What's going on here?
Run when you can! Hold them!
We have an intruder. Lady Elf.
You were there! Who attacked? And the divine, is she? Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Good walking between the Griffin shield spikes that weren't intending for those to be there.
This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready!
My favorite. Pull out your whips. The archer's ready. Bowstring taut. And all's ready. Put my hand up, and we see what happens. And that's a big demon. A real big demon.
Now!
So, I'm gonna cheat. By cheat, I mean use
Strip its
knowledge.
defenses. Wear it
So
down.
yeah. I have to use the whole... This is what it teaches you that doing this is a good idea, because you have to do that to damage him in this fight.
It is vulnerable. Now!
So hit him while he's down, basically. Light him on fire. I want to get barricades. I didn't say unpause game. Barric, I want to get him here. do this. Need to do this. How rude. More potions. How? Oh, crap. Welcome to Nightmare Kitties. Should not, don't want to be a shield wall. You need to not be around. Use that to build up some cards for myself. So that is. There goes all of our potions. And alright. We need you to revive them. Then put barriers down on everybody. Then I need to drink this last potion and then do this. This fight certainly not easy on normal, but like sure it is on casual. Hard it was relatively challenging, and now here on that's me trying to dodge out of the way. I'm gonna do this the second I can do it while he's not paying attention to me, because I think it'll lock him down and prevent him from building up his defenses. Or I'm wrong and that was a terrible idea. So sometimes that was a terrible idea. Thing to learn. I may die here. You'll see the first death of this guy. Any deaths are just going to be in the stream. You're just going to, and they let the videos, like, you know. That's just what's going to happen. Alright, Eric. Let's see if you can live long enough to save me. You cannot. Let's keep those other NPCs over there helping me. And let's disrupt this rift. Use that chance to grab Cassandra. Pop fire down on his ass. And almost die. Just barely not. So let's get those barriers. Barriers are important. Barriers are an important mechanic. He's immune to lightning, so lightning bad. So keep doing damage. Oh, we died. Hardy wipe, very close. The scroll is unchecked. The breach expanded, rending the fabric of the world asunder and unleashing demons upon a world powerless to stop them. Let's continue and do that fight again, but maybe be a little bit smarter. Probably going to stick in, so let me go back. I'm going to run over here, because I know that things are going to happen there. Cassandra's going to instantly grab aggro. Solus is apparently already doing this, but I'm going to still make sure that he does this barrier on us. And then Varric is going to move off to this side. And yeah, I'm going to make sure that I can grab that.
We must strip its defenses, wear it down.
Yeah.
The demon is vulnerable. Now!
Alright, let's move beyond the way here. stop it. I told you to interact. You're supposed to just do it. Okay. Get out of the way of this, the jerk. Try to do this. Flying tactically is useful with dart. It's just really difficult. Alright, I need to use this to get Cassandra up. Apparently I can also get Liana up, even though she's not a party member. Oh, that's not going to change tactics later. I just know something that can need to be altered. A behavior I'm seeing. Let's just keep on wailing. Get out of the way. Back there. So let's run away. Down. Okay. And then block lightning on him. Post guys, please. Solus. Two of us, we need it. I need to live. Once again, difficult times in Cleveland. Keeping an eye on Solus to keep the errors. Alex's adventure with Nightmare. It's rough. Let's get out of the way, let's get out of the way, let's get out of the way. Too late. You need to come back, and you need to not die. You need to not die, 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 you need to not die. Cassandra. Dead. Alright, that makes 2 down. If I can't get this third one, then I might stop recording for the moment and come back to this later. Let's hope that that is this. Okay, instantly undo this.
We must strip its defenses. Wear it down.
Yeah, no one wastes their abilities.
The demon is vulnerable. Now. More coming through the rift.
Wow, this is brutally difficult on Nightmare. You really want that second warrior on Nightmare to tank for you. Okay. I need to save some people. I lose that chance to That battle I instantly lost control over. I don't want to deal with this guy chasing after me. Run away, and something. Until he this jackass. I get your bicycles. Please, just do that. I can just do this once more. Okay, got it. Alright.
Do it!
There we go. There you go. Sort of the last early game fight that's really difficult. From this point forward, I can successfully grind. And that's the name of this game. From this point forward, folks, on Nightmare, it's grinding. It's the biggest way to mitigate difficulty. Which maybe isn't the best, but... that, good party build, crafting good items. Strategy, yes, but it's hard to do. It's just downright difficult. You know, there isn't a whole lot. Okay. That looks comfy.
Oh. I didn't know you were awake, I swear.
It's alright. I'm afraid.
Why are you frightened? What happened?
That's wrong, isn't it? I said the wrong thing.
I don't think so.
Oh, that,
I beg your forgiveness and your blessing.
Okay.
I am but a humble servant.
That's weird.
Back in Haven.
I'm an elf, this is weird.
They saved me safe. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on the hand.
That's still there. That's not good, but it's not like
It's all
dying.
anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
We're safe. Please.
The danger is over.
The breach is still in the sky, but that's what they say. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
Where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
At once. Okay. We are in the Frostback Mountains in Discard Haven, so that's some Dawn Lotus and Spellfruit. That is a note. Observations. Someone better at this meeting takes over the Survivor Expires note in case. Day 1. Clammy, shallow breathing, pulse over fast, not responsive, pupils dilated. Page says the sculling mark is throbbing with unknown magic. Wish would station tempo on you just in case. Special shipments, otherwise known as DLC. Get excited for DLC, everybody. First of all, badass staff. Which I love it. Badass. And then silly looking armor. That's really good. I maintain that it looks silly. I get they were going for design wise, but I'm just not a fan. I'm just not. I'll be the first to admit it. I don't care. Anyway, yeah. And then we open a door. Oh, that's a bunch of people. Let's open this door. Andraste. So, sorry, I typed it, pinged, saw it. The Andraste is the other holy figure of their religion, the Enchanter religion. The Maker is their god, and Andraste is their Jesus figure. Like I said, it's very easily relatable to Catholicism. Not Christianity as a whole, specifically Catholicism. I'm just looting and ignoring. I mean, this is really cool, because everyone's sort of standing in awe of you, and it's sort of just a big moment. But then I ruin it by looting. Isn't that the case? But certainly it's not uninteresting. Patient day 2. A schematic. What could that be? I'm gonna stop being crafted with that. That's silly. Schematics are for crafting. The frame rate is really garbage here. I'm guessing it's because it has all these people. But oof, like garbage. So I can actually loot more later. So I'm gonna loot once we're done with this general. I'm just gonna eavesdrop. Oh, they're done. Hey, everybody. Oh, don't mind me, I've just got this cool armor.
Chain him! I want him prepared to travel to the capital for trial.
I have cool armor.
Disregard that and leave us.
What she said. I have cool armor. By cool armor, I mean it's gaudy as all hell. I don't like it.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
Dude, I could. I'm still a suspect. Yeah, it's kind of
So
bugs me.
I'm still a suspect, even after what we just did.
You absolutely are.
Why you dick?
No.
I don't like him.
not.
He's a jerk.
Someone was behind the explosion at the conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect,
You, and many others.
but not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The divine called to him for help.
So his survival, that thing on his hand, all a coincidence.
Providence. The Maker sent him to us in our darkest hour.
The Maker, are you sure? You believe I'm innocent. Are you serious? What more do you want? I am not chosen. Yes.
You realize I'm Danish.
I have not forgotten. No matter what you are or what you believe, you are exactly what we needed when we needed it.
The breach remains,
Yeah.
and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
Boom.
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn.
Oh look, Dragon Age Inquisition.
We will
It's in the
close
title.
the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order with or without your approval.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers. And now, no Chantry support.
Indeed.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
Let's do some investigation. Inquisition of old.
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take time to find a new divine, and then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
You're trying to start a holy war.
We are already at war.
True.
You are already involved. Its mark is upon you.
Yeah.
As to whether the war is holy, that depends on what we discover.
It's kind of a holy war when you proclaim me sent by the Maker and the Herald Mantra. You know, just saying. Just a...
What if I refuse?
You can go if you wish.
You should know that while some believe you chosen, many still think you guilty. The Inquisition can only protect you if you are with us.
We can also help you.
It will not be easy if you stay. But you cannot pretend this has not changed you.
Want to help, this is rather strange, I agree for now. I think my character, he's a little overwhelmed. But at the same time, you know, we're sort of can't really go back from where we are. And things need to get better. So,
If you're truly trying to restore order,
That is the plan.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
and that is how we all begin. Let's look. Sandra, Liliana, and 2 other figures. Zip up your Goram code barrack. Pisses me off every time. I love it, but when we're in Winterland area, zip up your Goram coat. So, insignia with the sword, that means Templars. And this is an area we'll be going to visit that people from Dragon Age Origins might recognize. So there you go. Whatever that all says. A lot of eyes, a lot of Inquisition, a lot of eyes. Note the eye. The eye is an important symbol. On her armor, on their armor, on their armor. The eye is the thing. It's the eye of the Seeker, which here becomes the eye of the Inquisition, which is on that now unfurled banner. So you changed my armor because it didn't realize that I had dragon armor, so it gave me whatever the normal armor it equips you with at this point. Nice little jacket. Keeps me warm. And that is how you start an Inquisition. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty good intro to a game. I have to say, when I played this on launch day, hey, look, a tree. When I played this on launch day, it was kind of a big deal. I was excited. We're gonna go check something very quickly, however. Well, a few things. First, get some loot. It's right there. Thank you. We're gonna go do some clerical work. Positions, I don't have any.
When they're ready, piss off. You're here to clean head. Oh, you're him. Friend. If you find what I need, still one of my requisitions. I'd appreciate you bringing
Requisitions, pretty simple. They give you them and then tell you to craft stuff. Okay. I'll show you what to do with that. This, I don't know what that is. To this day, I don't know what that chest is meant to be. For? No. There's Varric. We're gonna talk to him later. We're not doing some talking right now. I'm just doing, like, shop right now. Just cleaning up a few things. Grabbing some stuff. I guess I should put my dragon armor for posterity's sake. Although, I actually am probably not going to have it equipped for too much longer. You'll see why. I'm going to make a value judgment. There's Solus. Talk to him later. Again, I know what I'm doing, buddy. There will be talking and discussing. Let's go here. These guys load recipes.
Who's back from his day?
Thank you.
My thanks for any part you've taken. Yeah, well, you can pay me back by fixing the wall.
True.
Name's Thedas. I'm in charge of keeping on the band and stock the potions for the natives. Not that Seeker Pendergast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that. How do I go about having potions? Take a look there.
So, gave me a regeneration potion recipe. So now I can hop in. I can make this out of elf fruit, which you see I have 12 of. I'm not going to make any for myself right now. And there's also upgrades. Don't have enough to do any upgrades right now, but that upgrades the effectiveness of potions. So that gives me requisitions, so that gives me alchemy. So let's keep on looking, keep on talking. So the next stop I want to make for myself is to the store. Here's where we're going to make a value judgment. I have armor on. However, I can buy this armor. It has slightly less armor rating, but gives me willpower instead of fire resistance. I also think it looks a lot less stupid. I actually think this armor looks badass. I mean, I'm just saying, I think it looks cool. So we're gonna buy that. And then I can obviously get new helmets if I so desire. We're gonna start with the armor. And I'll spend all of my money immediately. So I can put that on. That's my armor. Cassandra. Put this on. It is better than her previous armor, so that looks nice. I like that. Solus. Can put on the coat that I was just wearing. Now he's a better version. It's my starting armor. I'm gonna keep one of those. And then Varric is, yeah, he's Varric. That's what he's stuck with. So okay. Accessories, belts of health, tonics belt, and immortal questioners. That's in Constitution. I'm going to give myself the bonus health because I need it. And Cassandra's going to have that for funsies. She's going to get the belt of health to raise her health. And I'm going to get the tonics belts. Not that I have any tonics, but there's some reason to. I was going to disable hats for now, until I get better hats. But only for now. Eventually they will come back. But for now, that looks pretty cool. I dig it. I like this battle mage armor. So, actually, but first, before I should have backed out, let's sell some stuff. I won't be needing this for... Actually, ever for reasons that I'll go into. That I won't need. And then, that I won't need. So, staves. Yeah, go on and have that. And I'll sell the other two. Because I have no use for them. I'm never going to use you. I'm the only one who can use it. I'm not using it, so that's gone. You... I won't need. You will hang on to. I'm gonna handle one of those, and then you're these two. Okay. So that's that bookkeeping. Just, you know, taking care of business. Taking care of business. And here's the next housekeeping thing. Pop it over here. Grab. That's just a straight up upgrade. And this is a schematic and some stuff. So let's talk to Harriet.
How's the new gear?
I like this gear.
Dirty and cool. Perfect. Well,
blades are good against bandits when we're not fighting bandits. My guild seems ignorant, apostate, whatever this world throws.
I'm an apostate.
So, you need custom work, something special. You bring the materials to us.
If I want something, what can you make?
Start simple. Something. You'll need materials. You should have what you want yourself.
Alright. Actually, we can do the upgrades, so we can improve my equipment.
You help improve.
Yes. Can't just slap on your ill when you're sword in the field.
Yeah, so, have some armor made. Weapons. Craft armor. Let's make some armor. Make a coat. That was just like the one that I was wearing before. Actually, slightly different, I think. Maybe. I don't know. And take materials. So you can see that's going to change that undercolor. This is what I like with the crafting. It gets very in-depth, as you will see. So let's say I use some samite. Nice dark color. And then let's give them this changing. This is the inner lining of the coat cloth. Let's give them magic defense. There you go. I can name it. First. So, complete that quest. I think that's going to be better than whatever Souls has. Not better than what I have, because I have that I guess bonus too. So yeah, let's give him that. It's going to be better than French's coat. Let's go on. We have craft weapons. I mean, I'll show you upgrades in a second. I can't make anything as good as the dragon staff that I have, but change that top, give it damage, different elements based on the color or the weapon, and then yeah, different stats based on the material. What does my weapon do? 37. It's good to know. Upgrades, I don't think I can. So that's just the armor that I'm going to throw out because it's not very good. But Solus's armor, as it happens, is empty, and I give it arms. So let's give it arms. So yeah, so you have magic defense. More. So that's cool. Excuse me. Those are my weapons. Got that blade. We can eventually change that, I believe. I was just like, for instance, empty. Normally, here's the thing. So yeah. See how cool that is? Changes the grip. I don't have a blade yet. I think this is a preset blade, because it's a DLC weapon. So I can change the blade for stats, but I won't be able to see aesthetically. But normally, you definitely get the aesthetic on it as well. And there's one last thing. Actually, a couple more cleanup things to do before I continue with the main quest here. Let's walk over here. There's more stuff to collect. I'm gonna worry about heavily looting the camp after we got a while to loot this camp. I will, however, grab resources. Resources replenish. So that's a good thing to pick up. We're going into here for reasons. When the compass pulses, press B to search. Searching indicates the direction of a wall. So when that pulses, go like that.
Might be something here.
Look,
Better take a closer
it
look.
tells you what direction to go to. So that's cool. Nifty little feature. And passing notes, keep the notes for later. Why? We'll find out. I have a reason I'm going this way. Something back out here that we want. Very specifically. Right, it's good. It's good. So yeah, the crux of the crafting, as I adjusted before, you're sort of getting schematics, getting different types of materials, and then mixing and matching stuff to get the stats and the look that you want. I am a nut about collecting schematics, which is unfortunate. At least one of my few big criticisms of this game is that there are schematics that are completely random, that are just loot drops, cannot be guaranteed to get, and loot drops are totally random. And so if you want to get everything, you basically have to find the special method for farming chests to get loot drops. It's frustrating. activated that requisition I got earlier. Requisition from weapons. So now I have a logging stamp, so I can go finish that requisition. So we're going to go turn that in. Lay that out for, alright. Then we're going to go around here. That's not the way to go. Let's go past here. Through the trees. We can go back onto the ice lake. Cross that way. You can't get up by the ice lake, you have to go around, but you can leave this side from the ice, on this side. See? There's fall damage, but that wasn't a high enough fall. But that will be a thing to take into account later. So sometimes you can just ignore fall damage and say screw it. Oh wait, one last bookkeeping thing. While I'm out here that I almost forgot to do. I want to reset my abilities. I don't like these. I want to make different starting abilities. I have a level up anyways, so I'm not even going to bother leveling up. I'm going to get this reset item. You can buy them right here. You can go to Tactician's Renewal. I can get one for a single gold, specifically for the purpose of, like, your first reset, and all the rest costs a bit of, hefty bit of change. So we'll not worry about the rest of those. I'm going to sell this apprentice coat, that's not useful. And then I'm going to go into here. You equip this, it gets used, and then my abilities get reset. Plain and simple, by that noise. So, refunded. Let's pop in here. I do like lightning, and chain lightning is good. So I'm gonna pick that. Okay. Ice is useful. These two abilities are going to be key to getting me out of the way of things. We want those early starting abilities. And I can take that. That's not gonna happen often enough. Before we get out here, get another active or passive. So you're in combat, lightning will periodically strike a random nearby enemy. That's kind of cool. This is more paralysis. That's going to help me keep things in check. So that's what I'm going for, mix of lightning and ice. That will change later, but for now it's good. Cassandra's got 2 points to spend. I'm going to give her War Cry, because that ability will help her get more aggro. And then we really want her to get down to Shield Bash, so we're going to want these two to get there. Give her flanking, or let's have her be resistance to flanking. And then back in her tactics, I want her to do War Cry and challenge a lot. And then Solus, he is our protector, so we want to give him threat reduction and spell. Spell will be useful in coming battles. We use it intelligently. And Varric is the archer, and also traps. So it's not really something I want to dig into. I want to go to poison. Let's focus on archer for a moment. I want to get him down to here. So, but explosive shot's good, so I'm going to stick with explosive shot. Tactics, yeah. I'm going to do those a lot. And then my arrow seems to have disappeared. There we go. That was bizarre. Slight bug. Alright, yeah, chain lightning and Winter's Grasp are preferred. And yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna go back up.
Come on, you see how far.
This is all the micromanagement of the game.
There was no word.
I hope you enjoy micromanagement. Willing audience. Maybe non-willing audience. Non-willing audience. That would be scary. Oh, if anyone's forcing you to watch this video, use your mind to blow them up. That's rude. Effect requisitions, and we're going to craft this. Leave some iron and add logging stand. And get rid of 1 power. You will see what power is used for soon. So I can leave that requisition, gain some influence, everyone's a fan. Everybody's happy. And enter the chantry. And continue the quest. Continue the plot, I suppose.
Does it trouble you?
Emotional response moment. Not anymore. Good with it. Didn't close the breach. I'm sad. Where does it come from? I'm curious. It's fine. And shaking character is smart and likes being smart.
I just wish I knew what it was, or how I got it.
We will find out. What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes the second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
Sounds like you have an idea.
Clearly you have something in mind.
We do.
I also like being
May I
technically with
present
gear. I look
Commander Cullen,
equal to people in
leader of the
gear like
Inquisition
that.
Such as they are. We lost many soldiers, and I fear many more as they pass us through.
This is
Sad.
Lady Josephine Montpellier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
She's pretty.
Anderan Atihar.
You speak Elven.
You just heard the entirety of it, I'm afraid. And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put.
Good work. Some titles.
That's an impressive bunch of titles.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
Oop, my
We
Templars.
need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach. Weaken it, so...
Every
Pure
game,
speculation.
I want a character that looks as good as the NPCs. It just doesn't happen.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and used this.
And my character almost looks as good as the rest of them. But not really, he looks terrible. Looks better than my last one, my first one did though. Alright. Announced us. Okay, did it. That was quick. Does that matter?
They still think I'm guilty.
That is not the entirety of the Templar. Some are calling you, a Dalish elf, the Herald of Unrest. That frightens the child. The remaining clerics have declared you to class, and we, heretics, are hardened.
Well,
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
well,
It limits our options. Approaching the Major's old Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Herald of Andraste.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found her. They believe that was Andraste,
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading.
which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
I like it. It's under, right? I don't know. They're wrong. They're wrong.
I'm no herald of anything. Particularly not Andraste.
I'm sure the Chantry would agree.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some,
The
you're
character's
that
an elf.
sign.
I don't believe
And
in
to others,
Andraste.
a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
This sounds to me like the kind of thing I'm afraid of.
Will the Chantry attack us? With what?
They have only words at their disposal.
And yet, they may bury us. There is something we can do. A Chantry
I'm sorry,
cleric
I
by
just
the
made a noise
name
in the
of Mother
microphone.
Giselle
I accidentally
has
bumped it.
asked to speak to you. She is not far, and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
Talk to her.
I'll see what she has to say.
You will find Mother Giselle turned into the Wounded in the hinterlands near Redwood.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
Sure,
In the
sorry.
meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Yep, so let's pop in to the war table. War table is how you do stuff in this game. First operation that you have to do.
We simply can't accommodate if they bring that many servants.
I will speak to the Duchess. She can be reasoned with, after a fashion.
Mother Giselle was last seen in the hinterlands outside Redcliffe, tending refugees who fled the fighting between renegade Templars and apostate mages. The The latest reports suggest that the vicious struggle between the two groups has spread to the hinterlands, catching the two refugees and the Mother Giselle in the middle. Gotta protect her, so send in the scouts. There's some Templars and some mages, trying to kick each other's asses. And then they're all dead. Notice the eye, so she's with us. We avoided the fighting as we could, as everybody was bastard feared, the proxies were mad. Everybody's fighting. Mother Giselle is in the middle. She won't leave until we ensure the safety of her people. And also, horses. We can't contact the guy who has horses. So let's not go directly there right now. I want to show more war table stuff. Alright, here's the war table. There's some soldiers. Gather coin. Stone Coast. Terran Fiber, which is no concern. Contact Clan Lavalan. Alright, let's contact Clan Lavalan. Lavalan is the main characters, or the elves' clan. Clan Lavalan offers greetings to the Inquisition, and wishes it well in sealing the breach that is opening the sky. While some Dalish clans hate humans, and wish nothing to do with them, Clan Lavalan has always dealt fairly with all, and wishes only for peace. That said, we have on occasion been forced to defend ourselves from those who saw us only as potential victims. It has come to our attention that a member of our clan is being held captive by your Inquisition. He went to the Conclave only to observe the peace talks between your mages and Templars, and we find it highly unlikely that he intentionally violated your customs. If he has been charged with a crime, we would appreciate hearing of it. If not, it would ease our concerns to hear from him that he reigns of the Inquisition of his own will. We await your reply. Keeper Istimethoriel Lavalan. So, I had to respond to them. So, Liliana says there's deeds, not words, from my elven agents to deliver something the clan needs to show good faith. Cullen says, though I choose to deliver to your safety and make it clear the Inquisition needs to be taken seriously. That sounds rude, not a fan of that. Delivers means that your people must approach carefully. One of our elven scribes will deliver a message and share news of the Inquisition's fair treatment. I like the idea of, well, Liliana says, and the idea that she's going to give them something that I need is appreciated. So we're going to use her. These are things that cost power, so I can't do them. Terran of Highever. Some concerns that Terranir of Highever wishes to convey our deepest sympathies in the death of Divine Justinia V. The Most Holy was incomparable in her wisdom and dedication to peace, and we had high hopes that her conclave would succeed. We'll hold a vigil on Highever in remembrance of Justinia and cordially invite the Inquisition to attend. Sincerely, Terran Fergus Cousland, related to the human noble from Dragon Age Origins, if you chose to play the human. I know Terran Cousland, and I just I can't attend, and could write to him. Number of fellow officers we could send an honor guard. Highever, should send a to text say, and so the Templars who knew the divine. Diplomacy sounds good. So Josephine's diplomatic connections, and then as for Cullen, concerns, Reason says it's for order against chaos, reason and darkness. If you stand by this, come forth and drive the heretics from my lands. They claim to be refugees, but I've seen elves and apostates among them, filthy savages tearing at our roots. Our monarch refused to send forth armies, and my own knights were decimated at the conclave. I require your aid to retreat from my lands. Prove your lords Xenos here richly for your faith. Leon take advantage of his raven, besides can harass her, but he can move somewhere else. Send a few patrols for the to help the refugees out this time. Lord Kildon to pariah even his peers of us into polite refusal. My character here is elves and apostates. I don't want to kick them out, so I'm going to wait for Josephine and use her to send the approval. So, Colin isn't involved in this mission, so I'm going to look at it later. I can't do anything with it. And then, over in Orlais, we only have the one, and that's also busy. So the only thing I can seem to send Colin to do, if I'm not mistaken, is to gather coin, or do that. So we're going to have gather coin. Make us a bit of money. It takes him an hour.
Alright.
But it's fine. There's nothing else that I wanted to do, then you can just do that for a little while. So yeah. So now we have Succender disapproves probably of something that I said. And I can open up the map and travel to the place we just unlocked. person?
The Inquisition cannot remain. She can't prove it was founded on Justinian's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked his life to slow the magic of the
Such a good man.
Master Lavelan, this is the Marquis Durel, one of Divine Justinia's greatest.
And the rightful owner of Haven. How do your lend Justinian's land for purpose? This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
This land.
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the church.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denver, was claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of the realm. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinian. She was a woman of supreme valor, but will not let an upstart order remain on her holy ground.
Shelter bigger problems. I'm gonna say that.
People have been injured. You can't just turn them out into the snow.
And who benefits if they stay?
Divine Justinia, Marquis. The Inquisition, not the Chantry, is sheltering the pilgrims in war.
Why is the Chantry ignoring the faith?
Because it remains in shock. We face a dark time, Marquis. Divine Justinia would not want her assets without us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange it is.
I'll think on it, Lady Motivate. The Inquisition might stay.
And that solves that problem. Does the Marquis own Haven?
Do the Durelion actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite our perilous relations, the Durelions are our wishes. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate the Peraltan on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
Marquis.
So pleased the Marquis isn't tossing us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries who must contend.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly, and each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after the fact. An ambassador should ensure the deal is as complimentary as possible.
Investigate. British ambassador.
May I ask what brought you to work with the Inquisition?
Sister Liliana first. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she is.
What's her background?
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antira to Orlando. The nobility of Thedas is a rather singular story. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
Glad you're here.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montpellier.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas' politics have become agitated, as it were. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before today is done.
That's Josephine.
If you find anything,
Talk to her again, though, because I believe there's a conversation. Or not. I can ask her more questions. We're gonna do that another time. So... let's through here. Down into the dungeon. Imagine I like this armor. I'm a fan. Codex, Chantry. Yeah, the annoying thing about this game, it's not the game, this area, there's locked doors you need a rogue to get to. You don't start the game, unless you're a rogue. You can't bring a rogue down here. It's just the way it is, but I leveled up to experience getting Codex. So, honestly, this upgrade. So Fate Step is a dash move with dashing. and this frees the enemies that I dash through. So that's just going to make me helpful, quite simply. So there's a bunch of things that you just can't get if you're not a rogue. I'm pretty sure those chests can have schematics in them randomly, which again is just sort of the, like, why would you do this to me? But anyway, just wanted to get what was down here that I can get is not a rogue. And then just also we can show you this little Easter egg. They actually put physics on that, just for fun. I like it though. Plaid weave, which is a material, the book which is to be read, and the codex which is to be